Well, hi everyone. It's Jeff Hopper back with Greg Hurley for lesson 3 of our Bible study, Faith in the Arenas of Life. And it's interesting because our third lesson is titled Faith Infused, which if I could capture this whole Bible study in 2 words, that would be it. Because when we talk about faith in the arenas of life, what we're talking about is, here is my faith, which some people would say should be over here, and the rest of my life can be apart from that. And what we're really talking about is that your faith has to permeate all of those arenas of your life.
Right.
And so when we say faith infused, we're really setting people up for what's coming next in the further lessons.
Right.
How to take your faith and put it into the middle of everything that you do.
Yeah.
How did this happen for you, Greg?
Well, my faith basically grew, and I realized that, I had like this Christian life, and then I had this career, and then I had all my friends and everything, and then I had my family. And I realized that the changes Christ was making in my life, and I just wanted to be able to share it with people, and share it, with my family and with my friends, and then, in my career with my clients and everything. And that's really the exciting part for me, that I was able to share the white paper, because I interviewed about 70 to 80 executives, just one of my clients, and then so I learned all this information that I was able to put it in the white paper, and then I was able to give it to my clients. And it's really exciting for me that I'm able to share kind of what God had inspired me to write in the white paper, and then my faith and the commitment to faith section.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. How did you, we can talk about this, our faith needs to run through.
Right.
But giving Jesus the actual lead to the
Right.
changes in your life and things like that, what did that mean for you to actually do that?
It was kind of like a game changer. I found myself when I was in LA, I was trying to please man, and I didn't even realize this, but I was really nervous. I was always, I always had these back problems. I went to the chiropractor all the time. I was biting my nails, and then my mentor, Jeff Gelb, he's like, Greg, I have to ask you this question. And this wasn't like, he met me one day and then the next month. This was over a series of long conversations. And he's like, basically, are you trying to please man, or are you trying to please God? Because it says in Galatians 1:10, if you're not pleasing God, it's not really good.
Yeah.
Basically, to say it as simple as possible,
That's right.
which is the way my mind works. So that was like a game changer for me. So he really said, well, Greg, you made this decision. Were you trying to please God there? Or were you trying to please man? So when I moved up to Northern California, I really just started trying to please God, which is, him and I have had subsequent conversation. He says, that's the hardest thing to do in Christianity. And I'm like, really? I said, how about forgiveness? So we kind of go back and forth. But the interesting thing was, I stopped going to a chiropractor. I used to work out all the time and work on core, and I had horrible back problems. I don't do a lot of that anymore. I do kind of other various kind of light exercises.
Oh, yeah.
And don't bite my nails anymore. It's like this weird thing. I mean, literally, I went for about 8 years, chiropractor every month, and then I haven't been one time. It's like this total, just kind of a different, and I just have more contentment, which is like a word that the world doesn't really use. But I think that's what God wants us to have, is this contentment.
Yeah. That would be incredible if we could all find that contentment.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you may be sitting there thinking that same thing, wondering, how do I get my life in order? How do things line up so that I have this contentment, that stress is taken off of me, some of those things. And I think what you're talking about and what we're doing through Faith in the Arenas of Life really could set people up for that, if indeed Jesus is given the reign in people's lives.
Right.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and we will be with you in our lesson 4 next time we meet.